So if I stand here by the gate, I'll get the gate for you.
Alright, you're going to just let her out and not everyone else like you did last time?
There was, actually, I rewatched that footage and there's a reason why that happened. It's alright. She can go through that gap in the gate, mine there. You can go through there if you want. You've had your breakfast, Guts. Meh. Sheep are stupid. They are dumb. Yeah, they're all a bit scatty. I got a funny feeling she's one of the youngsters.
She looks like it.
Yeah. So I found a new home for them. Go on, grass. Grass is that way.
There you go, mate. Take her down, or is she good to...
No, she sometimes it's just as well to let them find their way around just here by themselves before they get mixed up with the lambs.
Sweet.
So she's quite happy there. That's exactly what I was going to do. Right.
Thing is, I know you
that one,
well.
that was slightly milkier than that one, but you can have whichever one you want.
Oh, I'm not bothered.
Oh, well, never mind.
That one looks bigger though.
Shit. Oh, that's so unlike you, isn't it? Oh, hello.
So easily entertained.
Well, they got that bottle.
Yeah.
So the amount of times I wanted to pick that plastic bottle up and put it in the bin.
I don't know.
But I know how much they enjoy.
Well, the other one, which has still got water in it, I could buy her toys. Pointless. Because look at that bounce.
Yeah. That's proper happy, that, isn't it?
That is a bounce. That's not a run.
Yeah.
She does, because her back legs go like this.
As you can see, I've got a bottle, you haven't got one.
I think that she's fast.
Yeah. Daft creature.
She loves it.
I got a little job what's doing down here before somebody hurts themselves. So those of you that have been with us for a year or so will remember that about 2 years ago we had a problem with the farm's waste system, the sewage system for the farm. When this place was originally built, it just had a septic tank, a bog standard septic tank, which had a herringbone system to get rid of excess water. Well, over a period of time, that herringbone system blocked up, which was the reason why we eventually put in the new complete sewage treatment plant. But one of the issues we had was we had black water coming up in the field, and that's where it was coming up. Hence the reason I dug it out to find the pipe and then put this fence around it. Well, one, we don't need this fence anymore because we no longer have nasty black water coming up through here. And two, I don't know what it is. I don't know what the fascination is with this hole. But the calves especially, right, good. The calves, go on. The calves just want to get in there. They just want to lie in there. Now, whether it's cool, because there is obviously some moisture down here because there's actually, the pipes don't only just carry, or didn't just carry, water from the sewage system, but they picked up groundwater too. So I'm just assuming that this is a cold area. Anyway, I'm concerned about something getting its feet stuck in this wire and getting hurt, so I got to take it down. And then when the cattle eventually move out of this field, I need to dig down, find the pipe, repair it, clean it out, or whatever I'm going to do, or shut it off and fill the hole in. But first job is get this wire down. You regretting coming with me now? Hey, they're looking at you. Okay. These posts are hard. You lot are so nosy. Yeah, you are. Go on, stand back. Stand back. Biscuit, I wouldn't go too far. Here comes the rain again. Yes, is the answer. Don't want anything getting its foot stuck down there, really. Okay, right, get that bit off that post there. I can roll it up. Don't get tangled up in it, come on. Come on. Get out of it. Go on, get out of it. This is a job that would have been better done before I let them out, but you know, hindsight and all that. Brilliant stuff, barbed wire. Once it's put up and it's doing its job, not so much fun taking it down or adjusting it. Okay, I might leave these two posts up just for that. Who needs a brush? There are much easier ways of winding up barbed wire than this, but as this is such a short length, what are you doing in there? Look, out of it. Stupid. Any minute now, one of us is going to get red or foot stuck in that and disappear off down the field with it. I love barbed wire. Yeah, I can hear you all shouting at me. You should be wearing gloves, blah, 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 blah. I'm not. There's a thing with gloves. If you wear gloves, you're kind of less careful. And you end up getting hurt anyway. So, don't wear gloves and be cautious. Look, I've asked you nicely. Just don't get in it. Alright? No, don't get in it, get out of it. Got to have your feet in it, haven't you? Oh, this could all go horribly wrong. Go on, bugger off. Bugger off, go on. And you, go on, nosy. On your backs. Well, it ain't neat, but as long as I can get it off the ground, that's the main thing today. Had to be high tensile, didn't it? Right, okay. That's the back broken of the job. I will leave that post and that post there. They're in the ground pretty firm. We'll get rid of that because that's the bit they will hurt themselves with. And we'll come back and get those bits of post. So, right, I'm going to take that in one piece, I think, because if I don't, you're just going to knock it over and get your foot stuck in it. Excuse me, thank you, out the way. Oh, I'll come back for those two. Right, that done. It didn't take many minutes. Like I say, it's one of those jobs that wanted doing. But I needed to think about it to get on and do it. They can go and play in the hole now as much as they want. Well, my apples are coming into blossom, so actually I got more than I thought I was going to get to now. That's interesting. So apple blossom will predominantly come on what we call last year's wood. And usually when you do a fairly heavy prune like we've done on this, you won't get an awful lot of flower. But we've left enough timber on to let them shoot again, so you can see for our old pruning cuts where he's shooting again already. But we are getting some flower, which is nice, apart from the fact we're also getting frosts. There is a fairly reasonable chance that even though we're getting flower, we won't get much fruit, because, well, if there's frost around, bees aren't very busy, and if the flowers are frosted before they're pollinated, they wilt up and die, and you just don't get any fruit. So, well, yeah, there's quite a lot of flower on there. So potentially, if the frost keeps its distance, we will have some fruit, just not very much. Not so many flowers on there, more leaf than that. But you, little James Grieve, are bursting with it. And the pear, well, I'm kind of hoping that they've set. We'll know. If fruits start to form, they have, and if they don't, they haven't. So this is the our new sewage system we put in. No, not the most interesting thing to talk about, but a lot of farms rely on septic tanks or sewage treatment plants of their own because they're too far away to go onto the mains. This was a fairly major investment for us. It's a big tank. We put a big one in there so that we future-proof the place when we put in a granny flat on it. So if anything ever else is built here or developed here, we've got capacity. This is what's known as a 30-person system. So this is big enough. I mean, it's a big tank. It was like a submarine. If you go back far enough in my videos, I'll put a card up here if I remember. You can see how big the tank was that we put this thing in. It is a big tank. So yeah, it was let's just say, well, I'll be honest, it was £20,000 to put the thing in, but including all the pipe work and everything else, it was a big investment. But the way I look at it, hopefully I'm only ever going to do it once. The only thing that will ever need replacing is possibly the actual compressor, and I have been told that when they break down, which is usually the diaphragm goes on the pump, it's actually only a £40 spare part. You can actually take the pumps apart, replace the diaphragm, and instead of spending £800 or £900 on a new pump, 40 quid plus the time to take it apart and do it. So we need to do a bit of work down here to finish levelling off, and we will be putting some fence around here, but that's a job I'm going to do when I've got the post rammer on. I mean, we only want, what, 4 strainers, a dozen posts, a bit of wire around it, and as much as anything else, that's to remind anybody else in the future not to drive a tractor over there, because that would be expensive. You don't want to do that. Oh yeah, that's another little project I'm going to have to get on with sooner or later. Yeah, that's got to come out, that fence and that gate. That gate post is in there too, and he is. The reason they've got to come out is that we applied for and got planning permission earlier this year to build a granny flat on the north extension of our house. It's going to come out 7 meters from the edge, so roughly to where I'm standing, to there, and it's, well, it's all in the way. All that has got to be moved. So the gate's got to come out. That will eventually go back in over there. All this will be filled in. This is just an old water course that is to be piped. We've already piped a lot of it because that was a ditch going right up through. So all of our waste, nothing's leaving sight. So it's quite handy for the builders and for myself, because basically everything apart from the topsoil on here can go in that hole. We can pipe the gully. We're putting a big 12-inch pipe through there. This is only a little stream, so we could probably do it with a 6-inch pipe, but we went with 12 because you just never know. So yeah, so basically the garden's going to get extended that way a little bit, and that'll get leveled off, and my mother-in-law will be living here. Joy.